Right, so 2023 S1000RR M package. Why have you seen me getting on one of these at a dealership, you may ask? Well, long story short, I'm going to cut my garage down from 2 bikes to 1. I'm just not using 2 bikes, and if I've only got 1 bike, it needs to be a sport bike. I've had the Panigale for 2 years now, and I fancy a change. I've had a hunkering for a 4-cylinder for a while now, and this, by all accounts, is the one to buy. So this is a test ride video, first ride video, whatever you want to call it. Caveat, by the time this video goes live, I'll almost certainly have ordered this. I could tell you from like 2 seconds of riding it. I would have probably ordered it without a test ride, to be honest. But this is a test ride video. I'm not going to be flying around a track in Almira. I'm not going to be testing slide control and all that nonsense. It's really good to know that this sort of bike's got all them safety features and all that stuff. But this video ain't it. This is me doing a test ride. Initial impressions, first thoughts, gut instinct from the minute I'm leaving the showroom, basically. First impressions are, it's super comfy. Like, holy crap, it's so comfortable. Really nice. I feel like I'm sat in it instead of on it. Whereas with the Panigale, you sort of sat on it like, you know, a horse racing jockey riding a horse. This, you sat in it. Like, it feels super light. In fact, the last version I tested a couple of years ago, check these videos out, the change of direction and the flickability of it, the lightness and the agility, that kind of stuff, I noticed that on that version, and this is just as good, if not better. The comfort's brilliant. The quick shifter, the gearbox is divine. Like, it's got a real short throw, and it just sneaks in and is so smooth. Combine that with the throttle, which is apparently carried over from the last model, which had the most beautiful throttle. I said that when I rode it. The gearbox now, I don't know what they've done to it, but it just feels amazing. I never thought anything could beat the Panigale's gearbox, but that is better. Fact. The looks of it, I love. It just gives me fizzy knickers. I know the Panigale is a beautiful bike. It will always be my dream bike and in my top 3 best looking vehicles of all time, in my opinion. Yes, the one with the wings on, I don't care, I like them. But the 21 model, not the horrendous new one with the red seat. Jesus Christ, what were they thinking there? That red seat's vile. The quality of it, everything that you look and touch, it's BMW, right? But the quality of it feels amazing. I know there have been some issues with these, but you can find issues with any manufacturer. And as this is not a total ground-up redesign like the last model was, it's more of a facelift and an improvement of the last model. You would hope, touching wood, that all those little niggles and foibles have been sorted. For example, they changed the manufacture of the carbon wheels. That's one thing I know they did, because I'm debating whether I need carbon wheels or not, to be honest. So yeah, you know, everything you want on here. It's got heated grips. These heated grips are nuclear, by the way. The ones on my Panigale and the ones on that Motor Guzzi V100 that I tested were like putting in, I don't know, they weren't very warm, put it that way. These are blasting through my clothes. I don't even have to turn them down, I'm not even kidding. Yeah, I can't really test much about the handling today, but like, it's going to be awesome, right? The roads are a bit manky. But yeah, they're my first initial impressions. Let's go and give it a spin, and I'll give you a chat. That engine is so smooth. By the way, all these videos, due to lots of different editing tricks and fancy software that we can get these days, these videos are all filmed in Mexico on private roads, so anyone that thinks I might be speeding at any point in this video, probably best just to not get in the comments and say that, because, you know, like I said, I'm in Mexico on a private road. But the throttle... Oh my god, I'm buying this bike. Fact. It's got a standard exhaust on as well, and it actually sounds alright. So if you go back to my previous 2 videos on this, actually, I I didn't give it a hard time, but I just felt like it was missing something. And then I went and bought, so I originally test rode it when I was going to buy the Aprilia. Bought the, well, when I was deciding to buy the Aprilia, bought the Aprilia. Then I tested it again, then I bought the Panigale. And I've had two V4s now. And the thing that occurred to me was that the thing about the V4s that was what made them more exciting, if you want to call it that, was the noise. It was just the noise, that's all it is. They're all as fast as each other, they all turn around corners pretty much the same, certainly for somebody at my skill level. But it's the noise. So I'm like, well, you put a... You know, the gearbox is amazing. You put a SC Project exhaust or name another on this, and boom, you cracked it. And I'm like, what am I doing? It's like staring me in the face all the time. And plus, I want to change now. I get bored. I had the Panigale 2 years, which is a testament to that bike, because that's a long time for me. I know I sound like a bit of a spoilt brat. I don't mean to be, but I'm just... My attention span's terrible. And I get really fed up and bored of things. But when I saw that they brought this out and I looked at it online, I'm like, now that looks proper, with the wings and all the new tech, and this tank feels a bit slimmer. I feel low down, I feel more connected to the bike. It feels like I could do a long way on it, which I know is not necessarily prime consideration for... Oh, the gearbox is amazing. My goodness, that is a standout thing so far. Yeah, the comfort. You know, I'm getting older. Like I might do a couple of track days on this, but I want to go out and do some rides with my friends for a couple of hours, and you know, you need a bit of comfort. I'm old. So yeah, so that's a big thing. That's really stand out for me, the comfort. What else? That engine, oh wow, God, that is amazing. This bike is so good. Loud exhaust on this and you've got Nirvana. You can see how excited I get with new toys, right? I say the same shit every time I buy a new bike, I'm sure. I'm a child, I'm an idiot. I've no idea what the specs are. I don't really care. I'm not doing a review for anybody else. I'm not doing something for Gary at Viamoto. This is just literally a first ride for me, a test ride. I cannot stand videos where you've just got somebody reading off a PDF. Like, you can read your own PDFs. I'm not interested. I don't buy bikes because it's got 207 brake horsepower and the other one's got 210. That means nothing, absolutely nothing to me. The reason that I buy bikes is, like I said before, it gives me fizzy knickers. I looked at it in the garage in the showroom, excuse me, and it looked amazing. I'm going to take it back into my garage. I'll show you that in a bit. Just have a little walk around it and just confirm in situ that I like it. Right, welcome to the garage. Say hello, Frank. Sit. Good girl. What do you think, dogs? So yeah, S1K double R M package. This is pretty much how I'd buy it. Debating on the carbon wheels. They do look pretty sexy, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. I love the wings. I think the wings have finished it off. I love the fact that they're fairinged in and not just stuck on. The seat feels quite hard, but on this it's not a bad thing. I am pretty surprised by how comfortable it is. This has got the pillion pipe, which I would never have. I mean, imagine sat on that. What is the point? Dogs here. Yeah, it's a proper thing. Multi's there. I think I'm going to part X that. Panigale's gone. That's all a load of junk that I'm getting rid of. Yeah, the Panigale's gone, which was very sad, but unfortunately it had to happen. Yeah, I really like this. Arnie, here. Winter. Come on. Yeah, so
So just thought I'd do a little stop off at home and just stick it in the garage and just see what it looks like. Yeah, if I had to have one bike, that ain't a bad one, is it? This has got the fancy rear sets. This is a billet pipe. You pay, it's 400 quid and you get a lever guard, a brake lever, the cool little end designs on. Same on the other side on the clutch, which I don't think is bad. 400 quid for that. Sorry, I'm stuck to my coat. You'd pay that aftermarket. Yeah. What do you guys think? Leave me some comments about how stupid I am to get rid of the Panigale for BMW, but I just don't care. Because it's shiny. Right, I'm gonna go ride it some more. Catch you in a bit. And yeah, I buy bikes on. What does it make me feel like? What's the emotion behind it? Like, I don't care what the specs are. I'm not bothered. I buy it anyway. Oh, yep, done. End video. No, it's really good though. On the roads, like I say, this is going to be 99% a street bike. I aim to do a couple of track days this year because I didn't do any last year for one reason or another. I'm getting fit at the moment. I'm 20 pounds down in January, so I'm gonna get race fit again. Do a few track days, I think. So this would be right at home, and that having all that extra safety stuff. Although I'll never get near the limits of some of it, it's just nice. It's like a confidence thing to know that you've got it there just in case. You know, riding a bike fast, particularly on track, is all about confidence. At my level, you know, as soon as you get a bit confident in your bike, you go so much faster and have so much more fun. So, you know, although slide control is pretty pointless for somebody like me. I never use a bike brake either, only around town. But whatever. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. These are my sort of gut instinct feelings. It's comfortable, it's smooth, buttery smooth actually. The gearbox is unreal. The brakes, yeah, again, I can't hammer them, but they feel really, really sharp. They're a new braking system this year, so I'm told. I'm not reading it. They're Nissan, I think. I watched a 44 Teeth video on it just to see what they had to say. But yeah, I think I would probably bore you without a test ride, but that's my mind made up. I'm going to go back to the showroom and see if I can haggle with old Tony. So I've done the exact same thing that, if any of you ever saw my video about how to buy a new car or bike, I've practiced what I preach really. I've gone to another dealership, I've given them a hard time, pushed them around a bit, see how much discount they'll give me, how much they'll give me for my part exchange, all that nice stuff. So I know what a good deal is there. I've tested that at another dealership, so I know I'm in the ballpark. I know roughly what mine's worth, and now I can just go to Tony and just say, look, basically, if you can do a little bit better than that, obviously I'll lie a little bit, but not too much. I don't want to scare him off. Then I'll buy it, basically. Yeah, just go down these country roads on it, see what it's like down there, even though they will be shitty. Yeah, so I know I can get a good deal on it. What more do you want? Do you know what I really like about the Beamers though? I like the dash. They just do the dashboard properly. It's just clear, functional, ergonomic, everything's where it should be. It's all simple, the buttons are proper. The bloody the Ducati one was alright, that looked pretty nice. It looked nice when it flashed up red when you hit the limiter. The Aprilia one, the newer ones are better, but they're still a bit shit. It's not that they're shit, they're a bit of a faff to get where you want to go on them. It's not intuitive. You got to like hold the button down and like what? Bit annoying. What else have I got to say? Oh, the seat's a bit hard. That's quite. You know, I could do with a comfier seat on my big arse, but you know, on the sort of riding I'm going to do, I'm going to be, you know, going for blasts. So maybe you can get a comfort seat. Actually, I don't know. I'll think that through. If it looks like I'm tiptoeing, I am. I don't know what it comes to on camera, but the roads are like drying out a little bit. And a bit manky. I swear though, like, if you don't believe me, try the bike. The gearbox is next level. This is brand new, by the way. I'm the first person to ride this, like 3 miles I think it had on it when I got it. It's Virtu Rotherham's demo. They don't know I'm making this video, by the way, which is another reason why I'm not still outside the showroom doing intros and one thing and another, because I don't want to cloud the fact that I'm buying a bike. It's not a bike review, and I don't want to have to go through all the rigmarole of talking to them about it and standing outside the showroom and doing all that. I thought, you know what, I'll just stick a GoPro on, I'll ride it, I'll tell you guys what I think about it while I'm riding it, and then I'll explain why I'm thinking about buying it, and give you a bit of a garage update while I'm there. Like I say, Panigale, very sad to see that go, but I had a good buyer for it, and I can't justify keeping 2 bikes, and I couldn't not have a sports bike, so I've got to get rid of the Multistrada. Again, amazing machine. Hang on, let's go through here, a bit drier. Oh yeah, it changes direction really quickly. I remember the other one did, the old one. I'll be a bit careful, but oh, that gearbox is so smooth. It feels like a little 600. I've never ridden a bike where the connection between the throttle, the engine and the gearbox is so, it feels like there's nothing in between it, there's no mechanical. Oh, that is brilliant. Just really fairly steady, but trying to find bits with grip on. Yeah, these carbon wheels, it like falls into corners. It just falls in. That's a bit wet there. This is where I say it falls in as I fall off. Can you imagine that on the video? Oh yeah, I remember this from the last one. You have to recalibrate where you turn in, because you turn in too early because the bike just falls over. But it feels stable as well. Yeah, I'm buying it. 100% buying it. What was I saying? I've totally lost track of what I was saying now. That was a nice little blast through there. Yeah, I can't keep the Multi. Multi's a great bike, but it's a bike for somebody who's got a lot more time to ride bikes than me. TBH. Right. I don't know what more I can say about this. I'm in love with it just from riding it now. It's so much different to the last one, but on paper it shouldn't be. The seating position makes such a big difference, and the gearbox, they're the 2 standout things. The wings, whatever, the wings look nice. I don't know what they do, if anything. You gonna let me out, mate? Might be an idea, eh? Yeah, so in summary, I love it. I'm going to go and buy it. Well, I hope you didn't mind this slightly more quick and dirty video. No professional slow motion shots or any of that nonsense. But it is what it says on the tin. First ride, first impressions on what is hopefully, probably, almost certainly going to be my new bike. Thank you very much for watching, really appreciate it. Oh, if you could go over and have a look at my Moto Guzzi video. I've had a bit of free time lately, so I did a review for Gary at Via Moto. That Moto Guzzi was probably the most surprising bike I've ridden this year.